Hi guys, it's Evan from Plain Jane here. Just wanted to give you an update on our grow, show you how it's going. Take a look around. Look at these happy little girls. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys know that you're supposed to talk to your plants, say nice things. They feed on the positive energy. Something I wanted to talk about really briefly today is strain names are completely made up. They mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've talked about this in previous videos on how literally there is absolutely no sort of general industry or consistent knowledge about what strain name means what. So how do you know what you're really getting? At the end of the day, what it really comes down to is the lab test. Now, I talked more about lab test in another video. I'm gonna link it below, but you really have to look at the lab test. You have to look at its cannabinoid profile. You have to look at its terpene profile. How are new strain names created, right? How does someone go from creating a new cross, getting a new plant, a new mother, new seed, however they're doing it? How do they actually name their strains? Well, I'll be honest with you. It's completely made up. Strain names are one of the most it's infuriating to me because sometimes people are lying, sometimes they're telling the truth, and I always got to pay the house to figure out the difference. So I want to do something a little bit differently. Whereas most strains are named by people smoking weed, getting high, thinking about what would be funny. I'm looking at you, the guy who named his strain's trophy wife. That's you. That's who I'm talking to. It's really made up. So what we're gonna do is something completely different. We're actually gonna have you guys help us name our new strain. So we're not all, we're growing a few different strains out here, including like the T1, the wife, but we have this other strain. It's our own cross. It's unique. It has a unique terpene profile. You might as well help us make it up too. So I'm gonna ask your help. Whereas most of the strains out there, they're mostly made up, please help us name our strain. We need your help, guys. We can't do it by ourselves. Strain naming, CBD flower strains, don't believe them. Believe the lab test. That's the only thing that's real. CBD flower strains are completely made up, so we're gonna ask your help to make one up too. If you think that there's some sort of logic or reason or strategy behind naming strains, not really. Most of the time it's just guys sitting around drinking a beer, bullshitting. Really, that's how it happens. So I wanted to do things a little bit differently. Far as I know, this is the first time it's being done. Help us name our strains. These two rows right here, we don't have a name for this strain. It's our own cross. How do you actually know which strain names are real and which ones are fake, which ones, are half truths, half lies? Well, the easiest way is honestly like the reputation of the company you're buying from. I see so many new strains out there in CBD that are like maybe slightly different, but are they really different enough to warrant a whole new name? I don't think so, right? I think what really matters is a diversity in your cannabinoid and your terpene profile. So if you come up with a new flavor, you should get a new name, right? If you come up with a new cannabinoid, fuck dude, maybe like you get a whole plant, right? Someone got weed, someone got hemp, CBG, right? Someone deserves some credit for that. That's pretty cool. We learn more about what different strains mean. In reality, it is a made-up name. I would not rely on it. I would look at the lab test and the customer reviews. I would ask other people what their experience was with it, because it's not real. Lab test, that's real. Cannabinoid profile, terpene profile, that's all stuff we can measure and stuff we can compare. I feel like if we put genetic testing on a lot of the strains that came out, you'd see so many names that overlapped that are exactly the same. So let's try to do something different. We have our own cross. We don't know what it's gonna be like. We don't know if it's gonna be great. We don't know if it's gonna be shit. The plants look pretty good. See these 2 rows? That's our new strain right here. You help us name it. Help us come up with the name. We have some ideas about what it's gonna be like. We think the flower is going to be pretty good based on its parent lineage, but honestly, we don't know. We think it's gonna be different, but we don't know. Help us figure it out. Hey ladies, how's it going? How's it going in here? You all right? You doing okay? Seem to be happy. Get some nice sunlight. Like that full spectrum light. Hey, glad to see you're all doing well. A little quiet today. We'll talk more again later. Enjoy the day.